You might have seen the video series about how to make bags on this channel. For this series I traveled to Indonesia and carried all my equipment in the Wandrd PRVKE 31 liter. Did this bag manage to store, organize and more importantly carry the 12 kilograms of equipment? Yes, but not without one major roadblock. More on that later. I took the Wandrd PRVKE on my trip to Jakarta and Semarang in Indonesia. But before I go into all of the details, the positives and the negatives, let's do a quick roundup of all of the important features of this backpack. .31 liters capacity. Expandable roll top opening. But also clamshell opening. Side access to the optional camera cube. Camera cube is optional and can be removed to create one big main compartment. Suspended laptop slot with additional slot for tablet or documents. Front compartment. Quick access compartment. Key compartment. Passport compartment. Water bottle compartment that also can be used for tripods. Pocket for the optional rainfly. Water-resistant tarpaulin and ballistic nylon material, and YKK weather-resistant zippers. I gotta say this right out of the gate, this bag is incredible in terms of usability, features and build quality. I was able to store all my gear and keep everything very well organized to support me during this shooting. I carried not only my camera gear and my laptop but also a DJI Ronin SC gimbal, plus a pouch with all my stuff for the flight. The bag is a mix between a clamshell and a roll top, so during production I opened the bag with the clamshell opening to see everything at glance. During the flight or commute I used the roll top opening to get to my jacket or other items. The main compartment is separated to keep your camera gear from your regular items. If you just want to get to your camera quickly, there is this side access which also has some small compartments for your batteries and SD cards. However, keep in mind that this camera cube is an optional accessory, so you can easily detach this cube to create one big main compartment and transform this to a, let's say, regular backpack. The roll top has this very useful velcro in addition to this G-hook, which overall made the roll top very secure but also easy to use. Plus, this roll top makes the whole storage space even more bigger. In terms of storage, you have a bunch of compartments on the outside. Besides the regular front compartment, you have a key compartment, a quick access compartment and a passport compartment on your lower back to keep it safe from pickpockets. Plus, on this passport compartment, you can kinda fiddle the zipper in this zipper garage to make pickpocketing a bit more difficult. However, I feel like that this pocket is very visible and obvious once the bag is off your back. So I would recommend to take out your passport out of this pocket whenever you want to park the bag when you are sitting down, for instance. In the positives, I talked a lot about how much you could fit into this bag, and this unfortunately gave me some trouble. Not in a way of comfort, because this bag is actually really comfortable to carry with 12 kg of load, but rather you kinda tend to overpack this bag because you can fit so much stuff into it. Furthermore, the carry-on friendly size and comfortable carry made me believe that I could easily take this on board an international flight. However, I was unfortunately asked to weigh the bag, and as you can imagine, I was way over the allowed 7 kilograms. This is definitely not a fault of the bag itself, but it's still something you need to be aware of if you're traveling with camera gear. It's good that you can pack this much gear into the 31 liter version, but in hindsight I should have gone with the 21 liter version to force myself to pack less. One negative that I can't confirm yet because this needs to be seen in long-term testing are these zippers. The main zippers are pretty big and sturdy, but these zippers inside and on the side axis and on the water bottle compartment are much smaller. I assume that this is due to the fact that they need to go around corners. These have not given me any troubles yet, but in comparison to the rest of the bag's build quality, they seem a bit flimsy or a little bit fragile. I don't know how they will hold up over a longer period of time on shooting days where they have to be opened and closed quite often, but during my 3 weeks of shooting and testing they worked pretty well. But what did not work well is this lens cap holder and the magnets in the top handle. The lens cap holder is rather big and intended for big lens caps. For my APS-C sized lens caps, it was just a tad too big and I was afraid to lose the cap. The magnets in the top handle are also not strong enough to do what they are intended to do, which is to hold them together. That being said, the top handles are great. I just wished for a better way to hold them together in one place. I probably prefer something with Velcro or a Fitlock hook. The front compartment can get a little bit unorganized. This is basically one big compartment where you can fit a lot of stuff into it. However, there is no way of organizing the stuff. That is why everything inside just slides down and accumulates at the bottom. Therefore, I would have wished that there were some, I don't know, slide pockets inside to keep everything distributed over the whole area of the compartment. And circling back to the positive that you can fit a lot of stuff into the bag, this is also a negative because it is a very big bag and with all of the fabric and features, this feels pretty heavy when empty. The Wandrd PRVKE is an awesome bag. I really enjoyed using this bag on my trip to Indonesia. I was able to carry all of my gear and everything was very well organized and easy to access and to find. The build quality of this backpack is incredible. However, I need to take a look at the smaller zippers after a longer period of time. So I can highly recommend this backpack. But you need to be aware of that if you want to take this bag as a carry-on with lots of equipment, then this bag will get very heavy and certainly will be over the allowed weight limit of your flight. So as I have said, I personally should have gone with a smaller 21-liter version to force myself to pack less and therefore have less weight. So if you're looking for an awesome backpack to transport all of your equipment, but that you can also transform into a regular EDC backpack, then I can highly recommend the Wandrd PRVKE. However, I would recommend to think hard about which volume you actually need or you want to travel with. Check the description below for the detailed scores, and like always, if you have any more questions, please comment below, and if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you won't miss next videos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sticking around, and more importantly, thank you very much for all of your patience. It has been a couple of days or at least a couple of weeks since the last episode of this small documentary about how bags are being made. And I must say the feedback of all of you was incredible. I'm very happy to know that so many of you enjoyed the series, that so many of you have learned new stuff about how bags are actually being made, what are some complications, and yeah, why I personally, at least not in the near future, I'm not going to make a backpack. I think it's so incredible how bags are being made and how much work and details are in these bags that we all love so much. So it actually gave me some more appreciation about all of this bag enthusiasm, but also gave me a lot of respect for all of the small brands and companies that make Kickstarters to make their own bags. I can see now how much work, how much time and how much money there goes into making just a sample and then hopefully create a Kickstarter and then start their own brands. And yeah, I really think that that's something I would love to do in the future, but as I mentioned, that's so much time, so much money, so much energy that you have to put into creating a new backpack or a brand. And like everyone else, I have to pay rent, so I need to do my regular job as a film editor and can take time away from that to actually create a bag. Obviously, if I would start my own bag, I would put
all the time and energy into that project to make the best bag that I could create, and that would take away energy, time and money from my work and my family. And therefore I don't think that I'm going to do that in the near future. However, if there's a brand company that would love to create like a collaboration Bois Mono / brand XY company to make a special edition bag, then I would be open to that, but obviously that would need to be a bag that I really like. So thank you very much again for watching this series and watching this video. And as I've mentioned, I have to pay rent, so I need to get back to another project that I'm currently editing. So I'm not sure when the next YouTube video will be online, but hopefully that will be soon. Thank you very much.